The new girl, the new lady in the house. We are all gonna learn together what's underneath this thing, because I actually have not had it in the air at all. 340,786 miles on this chassis. She goes backwards. Oh my God. All right guys, come check this one out. Which makes it a great builder truck for the channel. Hey guys, welcome to the next Beaman builds project. But this is our new MEGACAB. So it's a 2006 MEGACAB. We're gonna go over the good and the bad and kind of what we have planned to do with this truck. So we got this really good deal up in Wyoming. Definitely a truck that has some history, so we'll try and go over some of that for you. We put it out to all of our channel members out on TikTok. Said, hey, what do you guys want to see? And we had a very overwhelming amount of people say they wanted to see a MEGACAB build. I like MEGACABs. We got one right over there, Mistress, which is our tow rig right now. And we wanted to take this truck in a little more of a slow build. We're not going to do something as fast and as crazy as side piece. And we want to kind of step through the process of what you would normally see a build like this go through. First of all, let's go over the name. Peer Pressure. How did we get that name? Peer Pressure came about because we were talking about a MEGACAB. I actually found one, and the channel collectively peer pressured Deb into letting us get their MEGACAB. So Deb actually took her own time while I was working on side piece to go up and pick this up. It was about, like a 9-hour drive. So Deb graciously decided she would drive all the way out with the trailer and go pick this truck up. So what does Peer Pressure have going for it? This truck was definitely a work truck. It's got a lot of money. 340,786 miles on this chassis. So she's an old girl. She's been worked. And if you look closely here, you can see this is definitely a DOT truck. There's a logo on here. If you look close, you can actually see the DOT numbers kind of etched into the paint. The body overall is pretty straight. Lots of dings, typical work truck, but nothing serious. The best thing about this truck though is it has zero rust. I can tell you from driving it around the little bit that I have that it needs steering bad like every other Dodge Ram. The good thing about this truck is it is a Laramie truck. It does have nice interior, needs a little love. We'll go over that. The engine is new, and I am confident that it actually is new because when you look at it, you can see that there's a brand new head gasket. Somebody's obviously been in there, and it runs amazing, zero blow by. The other thing that is new or is said to be new is the transmission. Both were replaced about 10,000 miles ago, which makes it a great builder truck for the channel because we can start adding parts and have confidence that this engine will be able to take some abuse for a little bit while we kind of put parts on it just like you guys would at home. So side piece, we wanted to do this. We wanted to do this slow build up where we kind of walk through the process of upgrades. Unfortunately, the engine and side piece was bad, and I have no self-control, so we just built a 1,600 horsepower truck out of it, and hopefully 2,000 pretty soon. I do like the color. I'm a big fan of silver. I don't know if it's going to stay this color. We've been kind of discussing what we want to do with it. We do have a powder coat color in mind. The previous owner did ask that we put some purple on the truck, and we're going to try and honor her. This was her baby. You can tell this bed has been used, and that is saying it lightly. The tailgate clearly does not match the rest of the truck, so it was beat up at one point, and the bed is hammered. It's not rusted, but man, it has been used. So we'll have to do something about that. We do have one of our channel members that does have a bed they might be hooking us up with. So hopefully that'll come through. We'll look underneath it when we get up on the lift, but from the side you can see that there's very little rust. You can just look through here. Normally if you have a fifth wheel mount, this will rust out. This area right here starts to rust out where the fifth wheel hitch and mount. But you can see this one's nice and clean. Let's look a little bit at the interior. So it is a Laramie truck, but this was a work truck for sure. So if you look at it, you have some dings and dents, some little cracks and scratches. And then one of the things that I've actually never seen is there's a ton of cracking on this rear seat. It almost looks like it's a pattern like someone meant to put in here, but this is all just sun cracking. So I think we're gonna have to recover these bad boys, but I do love that it has the Laramie interior. And I do love MEGACABs. I love all the extra room. Hood and front fenders is pretty typical of somebody that doesn't take care of their paint and wax it regularly. about what I'd expect out of a work truck. One of the cool things though, if you look up here, the other common problem we see with these trucks is this paint will fade, which this is all faded, all the clear coat's gone, but they get kind of peppered with rocks, and this area will start to rust, but the whole roof is nice and clean, rust free. So that's one of the reasons why this is a good candidate to be a builder truck. This engine bay is not anything you would expect from me. We will clean it up. If you look at how they did the wiring, like they used P-clamps, they didn't use any of the original clips. Most of the wiring loom is totally gone. I never leave this crap in because it just becomes a fire hazard when it becomes all oil saturated. But the good news is, if you look closely, we have new valve cover gaskets. You can see them here. New exhaust manifold gaskets. So this is all leading me to believe that the engine truly is rebuilt. The other thing, and we'll show it to you guys, is there is like zero blow-by. And obviously if there's an engine with 340,000 miles on it, I don't care how well you maintained it, it'd have blow-by. So I am confident that this is a rebuilt motor. The one mystery that we need to solve is this should have a late 5.9 style piston. So that's the wide piston bowl. And I don't know if it actually does because I've heard conflicting things from the previous owner. So I'm actually gonna put a borescope in through an injector hole just to make sure I know what piston is in here so we're getting the right injectors when we do get to that point. When it starts that easy, you can be somewhat confident that it's a relatively well-built truck. All right, so good old blow-by test. So a little bit of blow-by on a high mileage motor is totally normal. So if it would have like bounced the cap a little bit, totally fine. This thing has, I mean, none, like literally none. So it's about as good as you're gonna get right there. So I'm pretty confident that we didn't get fooled. It actually is a new motor. You just need to figure out which pistons are in it. All right, so now the most interesting thing. Watch this cool mod on the tachometer. She goes backwards. Yeah, so I think I need to fix that.
Ricky says send it. Tyler says it's wild. Sorry. I broke character for a second just to say your guys' comments. That's funny.
The stats that I would look at to say, is this thing is the engine healthy? It seems to be. Definitely have some wiring gremlins. Another thing I've noticed is the headlight control is no longer controlled by the key. The daytime running lamps don't work at all. Like there's no recognition that the key is ever on. So there's some wiring gremlins we're gonna have to figure out. No big deal, pretty common with a truck that's been monkeyed with. Wanted to do a little fact finding tonight with you guys, so we'll put it up on the lift, see what she looks like underneath. Well, we can start with ball joints. It is moving on the lift, but that is a healthy amount of movement. Oh, the brakes actually look new. No, this one's strapped, never mind. So I would bet that this power steering cooler is leaking or the radiator is leaking because there's everywhere. Stuff everywhere, sorry. It's got a relatively new condenser. This power steering cooler looks beat. Got lots of leaks. Let's say everything looks worn out. Look at these quality sway bar bushings, guys. I think those probably should be replaced, along with everything else on the steering. Shocks didn't feel bad, but they definitely are pretty well worn. We have leaks everywhere, typical. What's really awesome is this is a newer build, but we clearly have engine leaks on this new-ish engine. I can see new oil pan and gasket too, so clearly someone was in here. And that torque converter doesn't tell me I'm brand new, that's for sure. No inspection cover, that's Also not a good sign.
Look at this. Someone noticed that the front diff cover is missing a bolt. You guys catch everything, I swear to God. I love you guys.
Oh yeah, look at that. Well, let's add that one to the list. We are leaking tons of trans fluid. This is gross. Yeah, I'll be dropping this pan to inspect the trans. We'll see if it's actually new. It does grab really well. I can do burnouts with this truck halfway decent, so. But again, like looking at all the frame rails, I mean, I think the oil bath that it's had has protected it from rust. It's got a good solid ½ inch of oil and grease, so. I gotta say though, even underneath this bed, it's actually super rust free. Oh my God. All right guys, come check this one out. Look at that quality welding. The pipes aren't even matched up. It's booger welded, and there's a giant open crack where it's leaking exhaust. Oh man, it's even worse on the top. That's I love the little accordion pipe. That's gonna have to go. Looks like we got output seal on the T case is bad. I'll probably just rebuild the whole thing because it's easier. This is going to go very, very quickly. I hate two-piece drive shafts. Oh my, look at this. There's legitimate, what is that, a 1/4 inch? There's a 1/4 inch of grease on that shock. That's disgusting. Clean one owner, I gotta say. Probably never seen anything but highway miles. Never towed a trailer. Oh, wait, we got some more welds here. That is quality. That is quality. This shock is dented. Well, this shock is definitely not going to work past that point in its travel, so that's cool. Well, she's about what I expected. The biggest thing is we have a very, very rust-free frame. Definitely some stuff to fix, but we knew that going in. We got a really good price on this truck, so I'm not mad about it at all. And the best thing is I am pretty confident that the thing they said is new, which is the motor, is new. We'll need to open the trans up. We'll drop the pan to get a better idea of that. But I can live with the stuff I'm seeing here. These are all things that are pretty common, easy to fix. This will all get replaced with something much better. Yeah, overall not bad. Million leaks. Some quality exhaust work. There's some more booger welds up here too. So here's our clamp. There's literally a cut through the whole pipe right here. Definitely a stock turbo. That has got to be the smallest thing I've ever seen. It is so cute. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to fix that problem. That's embarrassing. And this cute little wastegate. If you look at the bones of the truck, and that's what we're really after, right? So all the frame, I mean, there's not even scaling on this frame rail. It is perfectly rust-free. All the bed underneath, let's go ahead and look up. You can see that there is no rust anywhere to be seen. And frankly, on a truck like this, that's more what I care about. An exhaust, we're gonna put a new exhaust in anyways. All this leaks and stuff, we're gonna do the maintenance crap anyways. So I'm not worried about that. I hate two-piece drive shafts, so we're gonna get an aluminum one because I'm not digging that at all. So I think the only way MEGACABs look good is lifted. So I think this guy's gotta go up quite a bit. I express this all the time, but the guys in the diesel world, we tend to do things backwards, and it's like, what's the very first thing you do to this truck? Well, obviously a bigger turbo and injectors and a CP3, right? Well, maybe what we should do first is, I don't know, address the steering that is all over the road, maybe fix the brakes, fix some leaks, and then we can go into actually doing some performance upgrades. Power goals are whatever we get to, realistically. Like, always want to push stuff to the max, but because we have a new motor in this, I think we should build this like you guys would be building it at home. So I really wanted to get input from the channel on what you guys want to see. My original thought was to do something pretty mild to start with fixing the really crappy steering that we have underneath this truck, getting it running and driving properly. So the very first thing I always say to do is change all the fluids, check everything, replace the stuff that needs to be replacing so you have a good driving truck. Once you get to that point, then I'm definitely swapping out these wheels and tires because I hate them. No knock on stocks, but these ones look like absolute crap, and I have some limited stock upstairs that I want to put on here. But then I was thinking we'd probably do a normal build route, drop in turbo or smaller second gen swap, 100% overs, 12 mil pump, because that's kind of like the way a lot of people go with this truck. And that's a really solid combo for like 750, 800 horsepower. And then we'll play with that for a little while. We'll keep doing upgrades on the truck. And then I want to use this as a platform to kind of show what each of these mods does. So we can say, all right, we were able to, you know, increase horsepower, reduce EGTs, kind of stuff like that. So you guys know what to expect if you want to tow with this truck still. And then we'll leave it up to you guys kind of where you want to take it next. So that's going to be the whole build. Okay, there she is.
When it comes to the weld, Chevy's like, the guy's still learning, okay? Chris said Timu welder.
Timu, 100%.
Rust-free, that's great.
Wish.com.
Wish.
That thing is long, man. Holy hell.
That's what she said. Anyways,